Welcome everyone to email management course. You are welcome. My name is Franklin. Tonight we are going to be looking at email management, and I'm going to make it as beginners friendly as possible. I'm going to be starting from the scratch, and if you are interested in learning email management from the scratch, you are welcome. In this training, we are going to cover extensively, especially from the scratch, beginners friendly, moving up to a bit of the advanced, intermediate, advanced aspect of email management. Once again, you are welcome. My name is Franklin. Kindly let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can see my screen, drop in the chat box your name, your location, where you are joining us from tonight. You are welcome. If you are seeing this in your feed, that means you are either subscribed to this channel or you are part of the group in the for the email management course, which we ought to have held last week, but due to certain challenges. Once again, my name is Franklin. I will be taking you on this particular section. If you are joining me, I will want to confirm if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. That will be much appreciated. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. Thank you, Philip. Yes, we can hear you. Beautiful, beautiful. I would love to know where you are joining us from this night, your name and your location where you are joining us from. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button on this channel, I will encourage you to do so. The reason is that every now and then we keep on dishing out trainings for free, certain trainings for free. If you go on the channel, you will see some trainings we have handled, ranging from Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, AI, job interviews, interview communication, a whole lot of them. So with that, being subscribed and then turning on your notification, we always inform you, YouTube will always inform you anytime we have a very, very interesting content, anytime we upload a new content on this particular channel. Here we focus on tech and management growth and then career guidance. Once again, I'm your facilitator for this nice section. Let me see in the chat. Let me see in the chat. Yes, I can hear you. Titulayo from Abuja, you are welcome. Philip in Lagos, you are welcome. Akim Lawal, Apiokuta, Ogun, you are welcome. If you are in the email management group, I will love you to go to that group and bombard there. Let everyone know we are live. After this next section, this training might be pulled down. I might pull down this training because I will be sharing some premium tips. I will be sharing some advanced tips on email management. I might pull it down. These training are trainings that people pay for. Those that are learning virtual assistants, administrative work, HR, even project managers, how to manage their emails, a whole lot on that. I will love us to go to that group. Let every one of them know we are live so that we will commence immediately. We are 4 minutes past. Once is 5 minutes after 8 of my time, I will start this session. Good to have us here on tonight's section. I'm happy that some of us here are eager to learn. There is something I always say. If you are willing to learn, Mr. Franklin is always willing to teach. That I always say. If you are willing to learn, I'm always willing to teach. I hold nothing back. I hold nothing back at all. So I will love us to stay put and then enjoy the ride. Also, I encourage you to hit the like button on this live. It will also encourage the channel. Hit the like button on this live. It also encourages the channel. That much appreciated. All right, let's move to it. Is already 5 minutes past 8. All right, now once again, you are welcome to this section this night. Email management, which I tagged effective email management, with my focus this night mostly will be how you can maintain zero inbox. That will be one of my major focus this night. How you can maintain zero inbox. Let me know if okay. I think I'm having a bit of network glitch. All right, that's by Eluma Institute of Tech and Management. Once again, facilitated by me, Mr. Franklin. Our focus this night will be mostly to maintain zero inbox. And let's quickly move to know whom the facilitator is. Some of you might be meeting me for the first time, and some of you might have not met me before, don't know me. I'm a seasoned data analyst and management consultant. I have diverse portfolios and certifications in this and even beyond. I'm passionate to teach. I always say that I don't shy away from it. I'm passionate about teaching, acting and inspiring others. This passion is what makes me to bring weight of expertise on every section. I ensure that every section I handle, I leave an indelible mark on my audience, which is one of the stuff you are about to enjoy this night. However, I'm a devoted Christian who loves Jesus Christ. I'm married to the most beautiful woman on earth. There are 3 key things I cherish. 3 key things I cherish. I cherish faith, I cherish family, and personal growth. I'm always a preacher of personal growth. Every year, make it a duty to add one skill to your skill set, to add one knowledge to your knowledge set. I said every year. Some add more than one, but at least you didn't add at all. In a year, add one skill set, one knowledge set, one knowledge to your skill set, one skill to your skill set, and you will see how far you will go in the next 5-10 years. All right, that is me, the facilitator. Tonight we will be looking at email management under 5 modules. I want to believe, I'm trusting God that I will be able to finish these 5 key modules: the introduction, email etiquette and professionalism, zero inbox method, which is our major focus for tonight, then email organization, and finally we will be ending tonight with email scheduling. There's the 5 module I designed the training this section for. I designed it under these 5 modules: the introduction, email etiquette and professionalism, zero inbox method, email organization, email scheduling. That is what we will be looking at. From Martins Enugula from Oshun, you are welcome. Okay, thank you for such remark. Amazing teacher. I take that very well. Thank you so much. All right, let's move into the introduction. Now, under the introduction, we will be looking at, I always start my class from the scratch. Forgive me. There are certain things I might be sick, but I always say this. There is, how will I put it now? There is a lot in things that's simple. A lot of you might neglect certain things, but some people still struggle with it. For example, I recently encountered someone who have not heard of ChatGPT. You might take to me, I was like, in this current era, the person had not heard of ChatGPT, not to talk of having used it. There is difference between that. I have heard of this, but I use it. the person have not heard of ChatGPT. That is how it is. So I don't take anything for granted in my trainings. Once I'm starting from scratch, I'm starting from scratch. So what we are going to be starting the section tonight is, what is email? What is email? Please forgive me that my sound is sorting, but I'm very sorry. Apologies on that. What is email? What is email? Email simply means electronic mail. It simply means electronic mail. It's a form to which we send message digitally. It's a form to which we send message digitally. That's not the only format to which we send message digitally. We can send message via WhatsApp inbox, via messengers and stuff like that. But email is one of the oldest platform, is one of the oldest system, is one of the oldest way of sending message digitally. It comes as a result of a way to bridge the gap between analog and digital. Before now, when you want to send a letter, message, you go through via NICOS, post office, stuff like that, and before you know it, it stays weeks, months before the person gets the message and then gets you feedback and what have you. But email is an instant message. It's an instant platform to which you send message within a click. The message is delivered. That's what an email is. Electronic mail. Electronic mail is more of message. Mail, you are mailing somebody, you are giving somebody an information, message and stuff like that. That's what email is. That's an email. So now the next we will be looking at, what is email management? What is email management? I'm taking this course as if I'm teaching professors in the university. You know, you take it stage by stage. You are teaching men in the, you take this stage by stage. What is email management? What is email management? Solomon, good to have you. Email management is a form to which we manage messages we receive in the form of email. It's a system, it's a structure, it's a methodology to which we manage. Now, Now, managing here means you ensure that no email is left unattended to. See, whether you are managing email for your office, for a client, or you are managing email for your office, for a client, or your own email, you ensure that no email is left unattended to, that you will have to respond to. That's the funny thing about that. You ensure you don't leave any email unattended. Your brain is organized. That might hit someone somehow. How does email connect with my brain? If you are an administrative personnel, a customer service personnel, a virtual assistant, project handle emails, you will understand that if your email is not effectively managed, your brain will not be addressed. You will be kind of disorganized. So one of the things I tell my students, I tell clients, that why your email management matters is to ensure that your brain is relaxed, organized, you are at peace with yourself. Please let me know if I'm still audible. I think I'm having a bit of network glitch here. Please let me know if I'm still audible, if you can still hear me. Much appreciated. I will need that feedback from us. Much appreciated. If you can hear me, if you can see my screen, please drop in the chat box. Let me know. That will be much appreciated. appreciated. Please, can someone, if you are listening to me, let me know if I'm still audible. So that's why email management matters. You don't have to, in fact, I tell something, you don't have to leave your inbox unorganized. You don't have to leave your inbox unorganized. As a virtual assistant, in fact, you can be a virtual assistant not having to manage email effectively. What's your boss paying you for? You can't be an admin person or a secretary, an assistant to the CEO without effective email management skill. So why? Because it makes your mind to be at rest. It makes your mind to be at rest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that feedback. I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, much appreciated. Now, the psychology and cost of email overload is that as a staff, as a CEO that handles your email, some persons, some CEOs, some business owners handle their emails themselves. It makes you relax. It makes your brain to focus. It makes your brain articulate, and also it gives you a high ability to organize even your office. If you can organize your email inbox, it shows also that it gives you a certain leverage to organize the office as well. So psychology and cost of email overload is simple. It makes you to be organized, and if not, it makes you to be unorganized. I'm trying to be fast on this aspect of introduction. I need to take us to email and then see certain things that we will be talking about this night. Signs that you are drowning in email. Simple. When your inbox is clustered, not arranged, not effectively structured, that's a sign that you are drowning. You are drowning in. There's no two ways about it. There is no two ways about it. That's a sign that you are drowning. Once your inbox is overloaded, I'm going to use a particular email I'm going to use a particular email account of mine that I don't really pay much attention to. It's not the institute email. That one is overloaded. So the messages that comes to that, I use that email for mostly signing up for some things and maybe bank and stuff like that. It's closed, and that shows you are drowning in email. That simply shows you are drowning in email. Alright, that's on the introduction. Let's move to email etiquette. What are the structure? What are the standard requirements towards managing email? We refer to it as email etiquette and professionalism. So let's quickly get into that. Here we have first what we refer to as anatomy of professional email. What we refer to as anatomy of professional email. Anatomy of professional email. Now, when we talk about anatomy of professional email, medical sciences will be like anatomy is why do I even break medical sciences now? Though it's a medical term. Anatomy is talking about the whole body system. The whole body system structure. How the body is structured from cells to organs, is it cell system or stuff like that? Forgive me, I'm not into medical science, but I think you should understand what I'm talking about. The anatomy of a professional email. When you are sending an email, when you are sending e-persons, what are the requirements? What are the structure you need to follow so as to send a professional email? That's just this English, this anatomy you are seeing here. So you don't go and think we are doing operation, dissecting stuff. No, it's just a structure. This step to this step to this step to this step and stuff like that. You can say an anatomy of research. Then when you collect your samples, state your hypothesis, run your results, state your findings, make your objective known, those anatomy of research, we can use that statement as well. So when we look at this, first is we are going to be looking at anatomy of professional email. Now, every professional email, please pay attention when we get into composing email, we are going to be using these things. It's very, very important we understand. Every email must have a title. Is professionally inclined that your email must have a title. I have received certain emails, especially from job seekers. They will send CVs, forward your CV to this email, they just attach their CV and forward without any title. That typically scores you low. In fact, from there, some HR will even not pay attention to that CV. So I'm using that as an example where I have seen a lot. Some persons send messages, send emails without even putting a title on it. So every email professionally, if as an admin, as an office assistant, as a manager, project manager, HR, whoever you are, a CEO, business owner, sending email, there must be a title which we call the subject of the email. Now, the subject must be clear. It shouldn't be ambiguous. The subject must be clear. The subject must be, I always say, let it be action-oriented. Especially if you are one that is seeking for something, you are sending a proposal for grant. You are sending a proposal for partnership. You are sending a project proposal, the business proposal. How to make it action-oriented. Then the second, after subject, is what we call greetings and salutations. Greetings or salutations, you have to ensure you attach greetings. Hello, Mr. This, or dear Mr. That, or hi. So person, depending on your choice, you need to use that. Then the next after subject and then greetings or salutation, we now have what we call the opening line. The opening line. Hear me this evening or this night, if you're a job seeker, this opening line is very, very important. It has to be punchy. It has to be persuasive. It has to be action-oriented. It has to be that which will arouse the employer's curiosity to open your attached CV or the attached cover letter. So the opening line has to be something purpose-driven, action-oriented, curiosity imbibed, that will induce curiosity, that is persuasive. If you are sending proposal, the opening line has to be persuasive. You are sending your CV, like I said, it has to be persuasive. The opening line, that's the third in the anatomy of professional email. Then the fourth is the body. The body. Time is well. Let's see how far we can go this night. I don't intend to stay long, keep us long on this section. Let's see how far we can go this night. All right. The next is the body. There you expand the subject and the opening line. You expand the subject and the opening line. And please get this. If you are writing, write it down. If you are writing, write it down. One idea per paragraph. Don't put in so many ideas in one paragraph. We highly recommend professionally 1 idea per paragraph. Go and check some newsletters you receive, professional emails, professional newsletters you receive. You will see that each paragraph has one thing he wants to communicate. Maintain 1 idea per paragraph. Let it be clear. Straight to the point. If possible, bullet it. If possible, bullet it. Then after the body comes what we call call to action. Call to action. This is where most persons, when they send email, they don't care. Some of us have fallen through of this. Some of us don't even practice this thing I'm talking about now. Some of us don't even practice this. Please, I will want to know if I'm still audible enough. Can someone let me know if I'm still audible enough? I need us to confirm that if I'm still audible enough. Please, let's drop that in the comments. Drop that in the comments. If I need to ensure, I need to be sure before I proceed. Please, let's do that. I need to be sure before I proceed. Let me know once again if I'm audible. Let me know. Drop in the comments if I'm audible. Due to network challenge, I will be asking us this question from time to time, so as to know whether what I'm dishing out is being communicated across to us. Let me know if I'm still audible. Due to network glitches, I will be asking that question from time to time. Kindly respond. I'm waiting for our feedback. If I'm audible, you are hearing what I'm saying, and everything is clear from your end. All right, beautiful. You are still audible. Beautiful. Thank you. Much appreciated for that feedback. I will be needing that feedback so as to ensure that yes, what I'm saying is being communicated. Beautiful. Now, I was saying that after the body comes this, which most of us don't do, which we call CTA, call to action. Call to action is different from call to action is, there are different call to action. But in email, you need to let the person know whether you're expecting a reply, whether you are sending a message and you're expecting a feedback, a reply, or whether you're expecting whether you're expecting the person to confirm that he has received this email, or he has received the receipt of payment, he has received the order. Kindly confirm if you have received the order. Kindly reply to this message to state clearly what I want. You need to put call to action. That is because you are communicating something, and communication is not complete when the two parties have not come to alignment. So when you send a message, you need to get a feedback. So in that, you have to insert call to action. You have to insert call to action. Clearly state what you want the person to do next. The receiver of the email clearly state what you want him to do next. Kindly confirm this receipt. Kindly confirm this payment. Kindly reply this. Kindly ensure you take this up to so taking action. Kindly ensure you take this action. Kindly ensure you put call to action. What you expect the receiver to do next. Very important. And here I see most persons lacking in this aspect. That is, when I receive some emails, I see it, I say this email was just prepared by rush, or maybe the person don't understand the structure of a professional email. Then after call to action, you have what we call best regards, sincerely, warm regards. That's what we are talking about. Closing. You close. In letters, letter writing, we are taught in school, whether formal or informal letter, you close. And then you insert signature. Signature is one of the stuff that makes it more professional, but it's optional. It's not a must. Sometimes I don't even put signature in when I send to some client, maybe that has a personal relationship. kind of. But if I'm sending an email, especially to a foreign client or so, I insert a signature. That way it makes it more reliable, more professional. Now, inserting a signature in email is not really that thing you sign, that thing you put, you sign it. That's not really what the signature is in email. In email, the signature carries your name, your title. For example, my name is Franklin. I put there Franklin CM. Title, a title I can put a tech and management consultant. Then that's contact info. I can put my phone number, email address, then company name. These are what is in the signature. Now, some persons will go as far as putting their picture, which sometimes is okay, but most likely most persons don't want to see that your picture doesn't really move certain stuff. So I recommend no need for pictures. Just this, your name, your title, the contact info, which is your phone number. Of course, you don't need to put email again because you are communicating via email. If there is a website, you insert the website link, and then the company name. The company name. That is the aspect of the anatomy of a professional email. Now, next we look at common email mistakes to avoid. Common email mistake to avoid. I'm going to be rushing this. Number one is writing without proofreading. When you write, you need to proofread. You need to ensure that the punctuations, the commas, the spellings are correctly. And these days, we have a helper. Let me put it like this, like that. These days we have a helper that can help us do that work. No need to be looking for a friend or a sister that you think knows English language to help you proofread, or give to a secretary to help you proofread this email before you send or that. Now there is a helper, and that helper is a guy we refer to as AI. AI, you can take it to AI to help you check this and fix any grammar errors and mistakes. ChatGPT is there, Grammarly is there to check grammar errors and fix them. You can, after you type, you send to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to fix spelling errors and grammatical errors and stuff, sentence errors and stuff like that. ChatGPT will read it and fix it and bring it to you in a more standard way. So ensure you proofread. Don't write without proofreading. I have mentioned the next one is no subject line or unclear subjects. These are common mistakes people make. We could not put in subjects or title of the email. Then the next is overuse of emojis. I even encourage not to use emoji at all. For me, those emojis, I encourage not to use emojis at all. And then slangs are not welcome, especially for a business email. Unless you are sending email to friends and then for certain information, you just need them to get certain information, then you can use slangs. But professionally, business email, those slangs and informal words are not welcome. So you don't overuse emojis, you don't use slangs. Those are common mistakes. Then the next common mistake is trying to reply to all emails. There are some emails, like I said when I was starting this section, there are emails that doesn't require your response. You just archive them. So if you are to respond or reply to all emails that come to your inbox, then you might be ready to be visiting a clinic or so from time to time due to burnout and stress out and stuff like that. Then the next common mistake is attaching a file without mentioning it. People does that, attaching a file without mentioning it in the email. People does that thinking that the person should just know there is a file there. No, you need to attach here is attached to this is so. Kindly open and peruse it for more details. You need to ensure you do that. Then writing long. Writing line, I've already said that, maintain one idea per paragraph. So writing long stuff without any structured blocks and without any structured information is very poor. Then finally, which is common mistakes to avoid, not responding to email within 24 to 48 hours. That's a red flag, especially to clients, especially to business partners, especially to maybe government parastatals. Not responding email 24 to 48 hours, that's a very, very unprofessional. The professional timeline or time gap to respond to an email is within 24 to 48 hours. Anything that exceeds that is very, very unprofessional. Now, subject lines that gets attention. Now, when we look at this, subject lines that will get attention is very, very, these are where ChatGPT comes in play. Like I said, the subject need to be something punchy, something persuasive, the opening line. Here is where AI, the ChatGPT can help you develop a well punchy line for your subject or for the opening lines. If you haven't gotten at least the basic way of prompting ChatGPT, you need to go and learn it. In this year and time, in this era, you need to know basic ways of prompting AI, not just only ChatGPT, basic ways of prompting AI. But currently, ChatGPT is the mostly accessible and the mostly used across the globe. So you need to leverage AI. Not that you can't do it yourself, but it will take you time. AI can do it in seconds. In a split seconds, AI can do that. AI can do that for you. Now, you don't have to put subject line like check this out. That's a very bad stuff. Check this out. No. You can say meeting confirmation for 2 p.m. on Thursday. That can be subject line. The person looks at it and understand what the email is for. You don't just say check this out. No, that's very poor. It's something poor. Or you talk about weekly reports. You talk about sales and action points. That's also a subject line that is okay. Then the next is formatting, tone and attachment. The way you format your email is very, very important. Now, I will recommend 2 to 4 lines for each paragraph. For each paragraph, that's where I always say persons using short paragraphs. If you have seen me send some messages and stuff like that, unless where I'm writing stuff like story or stuff like information, stuff like that looks like blog post, but if it's like stuff you see, I always break it down. It mostly will be within the 2, 3, 4 lines mostly. That's what you need to use. Short paragraph to maintain people's attention. You know, when you are reading a stuff and you see the paragraph is so long, you might read a message that has short paragraph and you read long stuff and read one message that is being put in under one paragraph, but it's not as long as the ones that have short paragraph. You might get fed out in reading that. There's a way the brain works. If you finish one paragraph, you see that you have gotten something. Then that pushes you to the next paragraph. You read that, you say, okay, I have gotten something. With that, let me read the next paragraph. But if everything is putting under one paragraph or under one stuff, it's very, very good. So you format your email under short paragraphs. 2 to 4 lines is okay. Use bullets, bold points. You can bold it. If you have been in a section where I teach cover letter writing and you see the practicalization of that, where I show you how to write a very catchy cover letter. If you have seen that, you will see what I'm talking about. Bold bullet points and stuff like that. Then use professional fonts, use professional fonts, use professional fonts, use professional fonts. And I always recommend the 3 fonts, 3 professional fonts. 1 is Arial, 2 is Calibri, 3 is Times New Roman. These are 3 professional fonts I recommend. Then just avoid excessive use of colors. Very important. Keep a respectful tone. Under tone, let your tone be respectful and professional. Things avoid sounding demanding and stuff like that. Just professional. Kindly respond to this email. Use professional tone. Very, very important. Very, very important. Always say please, thank you, looking forward. These are some professional tones. Please attach here is a file for your perusal. Kindly ensure you respond to this email. This and that, these are professional tools, sound professional. And then when we are talking about attachment, I have talked about that. Ensure you mention the name of what you put in, give a brief information and stuff like that. Then you will ensure email signature. That's for best practices. And then ensure you follow up, ensure following up, and then that's on that for email etiquette. Please let me know if I'm still audible. Let me know if I'm still audible. And if you are getting value for this section, kindly let me know that you are getting value. If you are getting value from this section this night, also let me know that yes, you are getting value. Let me know that you are getting value. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, ensure you hit the like button on this live section. Ensure you do that. Kindly do that. That way it will help get this across to persons before we consider pulling this training down from this channel. Please confirm once again if I'm audible, if you are hearing me, and if you are getting value for this section. This to me is the important aspect of email management. I don't joke with these foundations when I teach. So as when I get into the system, I will be doing things straight and you will be getting to understand it very, very well. Please let me know. I'm waiting for us to get our feedback. I'm in my inbox now. I'm in the chat. But let me know if I'm still audible, if you are getting value for this section this night. All right. Thank you, Uchechuku. I'm getting value loud and clear. Thank you. Beautiful. 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 Thank you. Much appreciated for that feedback. Let's quickly head to the main thing of the day. Maybe after this, my intention this night is that once I get to 9 o'clock, I can now open my Gmail and start showing up certain things as regards to the Gmail. If we don't finish this outline this night, that might be, I might, let me not promise what, I might based on my schedule, I might fix another section to complete it. I might fix another section to complete it. Okay, this is the main stuff. Zero inbox. When a client employs you or give you his email to manage, one of the key things you have to do is to maintain zero inbox. Zero inbox is to ensure that no email is left unattended, that you attend to every email that come across, that enter that inbox, you attend to it, and then have zero inbox. So as when email enters, you attend to it, the inbox is empty. That is what we are going to be focusing on this night. So this is the main essence for tonight's section, zero inbox method. Now we are going to be looking at the zero inbox method. what is zero inbox? It's very simple. Zero inbox is very simple. Just maintaining, just to ensure that no email in the inbox. Now, inbox zero is what we can explain as a productivity system. Remember earlier I said when your inbox is being crowded, it can put you into psychological trauma. So zero inbox is a productivity system developed to ensure that we don't have any email left in our inbox. This was first practiced by Melman. He developed this system to ensure that no email is left on our inbox, in our inbox. So we have to ensure we categorize to the ones we have not read, the ones we have not resolved. This is for order, this is for the CEO to attend to. In your email, you structure it depending on what you are into. So as that in the inbox remains zero. That's what we are talking about. The email, the inbox zero. The inbox zero or the zero inbox method is just a productivity system. You put something in place. Like, for example, you come to your office or you come to your library. In your library, you have your books for motivational, books for business, books for maybe books for health, books for spiritual growth, and that you have where you keep those books. Why? So as you come, it will enhance your time, your efficiency, your productivity. You go, you know where you are looking for straight away, not you begin to take all the books where you set them accordingly. That's more like zero inbox. That's more like zero inbox. Setting up a clean slate. Now, when we talk about setting up a clean slate, however, a zero inbox is reducing stress, ensure clarity and focus. That's the things I'm talking about, faster response time and what have you. Then setting up a clean slate, when we get into my Gmail that I'm going to be using for this nice session to teach us, you see what we mean by setting up a clean slate. A clean slate is that when a client gives you or you get a job and the company email is crowded and you need to ensure that you clean up the mess. You need to ensure you clean up the mess. That's one of the stuff in setting up clean slate. Organize the inbox, remove irrelevant emails, old emails. I'm going to show us how to do that. Just clean the inbox and maintain zero inbox. Now we are going to be looking at the 5-step inbox zero flow. This is not almighty formula or the almighty. If you don't do it, anybody will arrest you. No, it's just a guide. You can use anything you like. You can use anything you like. These are framework to maintain zero inbox. Deleting or archiving. The first one is you delete any email you don't need or you archive it. Delete any email you don't need or you archive it. That's the first one. The second one is that you delegate. You can delegate using some tools like Gmail delegation filters and forwarding rules. You can delegate. That's the number 2. Then number 3, you respond. Then the other one you can just put it to level where you define it, where you can come to it later, or maybe there is something you can revisit over and over again. Then the 5th one is what you need to do. You have to ensure you do it. If it's important, then just do it immediately. If the email is important, handle it immediately. That's the do aspect. So don't allow it to linger. And one of the things you need to ensure is that it's something that will take you less than 5 minutes to complete. So if you see that it will take you less than 5 minutes to do, and then do it right there. No need to procrastinate. No need to say, don't worry, when I get home, I will attend to it. Do it right there. Once you know it will take you less than 5 minutes to attend to, do it right there. And there are certain ways to which you can look your do immediately. You can set up a response template. If it's a message that requires you to respond using the response template, you just go to that response, get the response template and forward it, attend to it. Let's say somebody send an order and say, kindly confirm this order. You already have a template to which you respond to orders you receive. Then you just go there, click on reply, get your template, get the message you have already designed for response of such messages or email. You put in there. That within a minute you have done that. So that is part of the do, the fifth zero inbox flow, the part of the do. This 5 steps, very, very important. I'm going to repeat them. The first is delete or archive. Second is delete, to delegate it. If it's something the boss will attend to, you forward it to the boss inbox, personal inbox. If there are some messages your boss might say, okay, once this message is cut, send it directly to my inbox. I will attend to it. You delegate that one, then respond to it. Just takes you 2 minutes or 3 minutes. You can reply, then define it. You put it somewhere, maybe in a label, in a folder where you can get to it. And after, just you can get to it after, or you can schedule a time for it, or you schedule a post. We are going to be seeing how you can schedule email as well. So that's on the default. Then do you the task that will take you less than 5 minutes to do, you attend to it. That's the 5-step inbox zero flow. All right. Now the next is tools to support zero inbox. Tools to support zero inbox. There are different tools like the label, like the filter. These are tools that can be used to support zero inbox. Like in the Gmail, you have the filters, you have the label, you have the scheduling, you have all those. We are going to be seeing them mostly. When I'm talking about Gmail, excuse me, when I'm talking about Gmail is because mostly 80% of us on this section, if not 100% of us, uses Gmail. So there is Outlook, there is Yahoo Mail, and that. But my focus is on Gmail, which is the mostly used email. Also, there are some other tools that can help to support zero inbox, when that's a more of advanced class when we talk about email automation, and that those are more of advanced sections. All right. Now the next is to set up your filters and label. These are certain things we are going to be looking at, setting up filters and label. We are going to be looking at when we get into the email proper. Then some tips which we are going to be looking at. Some tips like advanced toolbar, like something like things that Google ignores. For example, if you will get what I'm trying to say, there is a way you can track email you send to people, not really automated. When you know that this is sent to this person, if by using dot, full stop, or what some call period, or the plus sign, you can use that to know when person send you message or email. You can use that, send you a reply. You can know that this is the email I sent to this person. That's the reply based on the inbox, based on the email that it shows. Now that I might not explain it better now, but when we get into the Gmail we will get to explain that. All right, this is 8:59. Let me go over to my Gmail. Let me go over to my Gmail. Please once again confirm if you can hear me once again before I move to my Gmail to start the practical section. If you have stayed with me up to this time, I guarantee you must have learned very powerful things as regards to email management. I believe you must have learned things, the email etiquette. Some of you that send emails without subjects, without attaching a punchy line, without signature. I'm going to show you tonight how to create a signature, how to create signature in your Gmail and then use it from time to time. Time might not permit me to go through email organization and email scheduling. However, if we have more time, I can come back to it and then talk more on that and see if we can wrap it up. This next section is intended to last maximum 2 hours. I don't expect to reach 2 hours, but maximum 2 hours. Why 2 hours is if there are questions you have, there will be a time where on the chat you are free to ask questions so as to respond to it live on this section. All right, let me know. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You have been active from the beginning. I'm going to those of us that have been active from the beginning. You are going to I'm seeing our response. I'm seeing our response here that have been active from the beginning and also to staying with me till the end. I have a material. I have a material prepared for beginner friendly that will guide you towards your email management. So those of us active responding, I'm seeing your name. I'm seeing you right here on the chat. And then after the course in the group, if you are in the group for email management course, you can reach out to me, drop your name in that group. I will forward that material to you. Much appreciated. Thank you. And again, if you haven't liked this live section, just hit the like button and then ensure you drop your name and the location to where you are joining me from. That will be much appreciated. All right, without much ado, let's get to our Gmail. I have already opened my email for this particular section this night. I have already opened the email I'm going to use. You look at this, you see these emails is not stuff is YouTube, Google, and all that. These are the emails and you see stuff like that. So now one of the things I'm going to be doing here is to show us to start from the scratch. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see my screen. That will be much appreciated again. If you are seeing my screen, thank you Solomon, very audible, getting value. All right, that is in my Gmail. Confirm what are you seeing right there on your screen. What are you seeing right there on your screen? Kindly confirm what is on your screen. Let's go, so as to know that we are all on the same page. I don't want to leave anybody behind. What is there on your screen? Martins, Nemeka, good to have you. Loud and clear. Thank you. That feedback is much appreciated. Let me know what is right there on your screen. Kindly let me know what you are seeing right there on your screen. On my own screen is my Gmail inbox. That is my own screen. Thank you, Onye. That's inbox. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. That means we are all on the same page. All right, please confirm if we are confirm if it's audible now. Announce that no audio. Confirm. Yeah, I'm getting our feedback. Please let me know if the audio is on now. Let me know if it's audible now. Let me know if it's audible now. All right. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Okay. Now, like we can see here, here is where you enter the client email and ensure that you have the password. The person gives you access, give you the password to access the email. So once you enter the email, let's say this, you enter there. When you go to next, it will ask you of the password. If it will ask you to enter the password, once you enter the password, you click on next. I'm not sure that's the password anyway. I'm not sure. If it's the password, it will sign in. If it's not, it will not sign in. Now that's the password. Then what you have here, you can skip on that, and then if you want to do anything on this, I'm signed in on the career pathway now. I can now say not now. I don't have to add any profile picture for anything. I'm not adding any profile picture for anything now. So then right now I'm in the email of career pathway. That's this email. Now, as you can see, that's the name of the email, career pathway hub. That's the name of the email. That's where I am in now. So that's how you can add account. So if I come here, you see I have more accounts now. If I log into this one, let me close. This is the one I had before. Let me close this. Let me leave this one open. Now that's where we have before. If I go to this, you see that I now have the career pathway. You see that I now have it. So that is how you can add a Gmail account, a client account to your Gmail. That's how you can add account. That's the first thing I'm going to be teaching us this night, how you add account to Gmail. I'm saying this, some person don't know how to do this. So if you know, please forgive us. I know why I'm taking it from the scratch. Like I said, beginner friendly as possible. So that's the first thing, to add your client account or your company account or even your business account. If you have, you can add it to the same Google account so that you can access them at the same time. Then here you have the primary, where mostly messages on the primary inbox. Here are promotions. This, whatever is here is also here. You have socials. What is here is also in the primary, but if you, these are partitions. Here is socials, things on YouTube, my YouTube stuff and what have you. If there are updates, you will have here. So these are partition, but here is the primary inbox. Here is showing me that in the inbox I have 350 messages on this particular inbox, 350 messages. Now, if I'm to clean this particular inbox now, there are certain things I need to do. How, let's say I want to, let's say any review, any message from YouTube, for example. Let's say any message from YouTube, I will come here to type YouTube. I will come here and type YouTube, hit enter. I will come here and type YouTube and hit enter. It will search it for me. Alright, it searches it for me and give me all the stuff as regards to YouTube. All the stuff as regards to YouTube, those that have made comments and that, and I don't really need them. If I go to my YouTube studio, I see those comments, I can respond to them and all that. So what I will do is that I don't need this. I don't need them. So the thing I will do is I will click on this to select all. I don't have to go and be selecting them one after the other. No, I will just come to this place and click to select all. So once I click that to select all, I will come over to this to delete. However, if you know there are messages from YouTube that maybe whatever that maybe from that particular stuff you really need it, you search for it. Let's say you need this information, I will unselect this, then scroll down, look for another one from creators, I will unselect this, and then move down again, see another one from this, I unselect this, I need that, and then this one is showing me this is live, Soluma is live and stuff like that. And then I think I'm okay with this. I can now come here and delete. I'll come here and click on delete. They are all deleted. Hence, when we look at this, there are other YouTube stuff as well. What I will do is, because it's showing the first 50 on the inbox, is showing the first 50, which might not be showing the first 50. So I will still have to come to select this. Once I select it, I unselect this, move down to see if anyone that comes to YouTube creators have to do with membership. Then SHR membership has to do with this. I will unselect it and then delete. What I'm doing is to maintain zero inbox. So the first 50, that one is gone. I can still come here, look at it. Once the ones that have YouTube, I can select them and then delete them. Due to time on your own, you can do that. This is cleaning inbox. When you receive a client inbox, you clean all those unwanted messages out of the inbox. You remove those unwanted messages. Now the next thing you have to do, let's say now I don't need messages, let's say before, let me put something like this making use of it before 2023, for example, and hit enter. Now you see that these are messages 2023 that is on this inbox. 2023. Here, let me put semicolon. Think that's all right. That's what I should do before semicolon 2023. So that will show me the messages that are before 2023. So you will see here 2022, and let's say these messages, I don't need them. The thing I will do is, it has been appended to, I don't need it, I select it and then delete them. They are out, they are gone. However, when you delete these things from inbox, it's not out of your Gmail. More like on your PC, you deleted a file. That file is in your recycle bin in your PC. On your PC, you deleted a file from your document, anywhere desktop, you delete a file or whatever. That is not out. That is not out of your PC. Is in the recycle bin. The same way, when you delete a mail, it's not out of the inbox. It's where you see is in the trash or bin. Somehow your session might be bin, it might be trash. So what you do, if you want them out of your Gmail entirely so as to reduce spaces, so as to reduce the space assigned to you by Google, you come over to this more, click on more, and then you see bin, this bin. In some persons you might see trash. In some you see bin, in some you see trash. So when you come and select bin. So in this bin, this is where you see all those stuff we have been deleting. You see them, all of them we have been deleting. They are all here. They are all in the bin. So what do? You want to now, it's telling you that messages that have been in the bin for more than 30 days will be automatically deleted. That's the Gmail. It will be automatically deleted. What you do is that you come here, you select everything, and you see this delete forever. You come here, mark as read. You come here, move. We are going to be looking at the aspect of move. So here I want to delete them. I want to delete them. So I will select this. You will see it's loading, it's deleting. Now it has deleted those ones that I marked. Then I will mark this again and delete. This bin is empty. Everything is deleted from the bin. So when you delete an email and then you want it out of your Gmail, immediately you go to more and then you delete that. Now, for example, you don't want Wema, anything on Wema that you don't need it and stuff like that, you can use that way to delete it. This is one of the ways in maintaining zero inbox. All right. Now, the next thing we do is that, let's say these emails are important, we need to categorize them, send them to where they are, where they can be, let's say messages for if it's banks report alert, you need those emails from banks, bank report alert, or messages to be in one section. So when you are looking for messages from the bank, you know where to go. That is where you now come to create what we call label. You create what we call label. Now, before we proceed, let me give you bonus tip number one. Bonus tip number one. Pay attention. Bonus tip number one. Let me give you that bonus tip. Just a minute. Okay. Bonus tip number one is this. Let me go to compose. This will help me to show us what I mean. Now, I'm not talking about anything right here on compose. I'm not talking about anything on it for now. Now, let's take for example, this is my email. For example, Soluma Consult @gmail.com. I think Google still accepts this. Now, if I want to send message, if I want to how will I put it? Track a message, maybe this person, I want to send message to this email now. Now, Google ignores full stop. Someone is saying, I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Please, can you confirm? Can you confirm again if you are audible? I need all of us to be active. Can you confirm again if I'm audible? If I'm audible, I need us to confirm while I still do what I'm doing because of time. I need us to confirm if I'm audible, please. Confirm if I'm audible. Someone is saying on the chat, can't hear you. Please confirm if I'm audible. So you have Soluma here. If you put full stop in between, soluma.consulting, Google ignores it. Google ignores it. I think now let's say Google ignores it. Let me take this recipient and paste it here. Now you see this. My main email is Soluma Consulting, not soluma.consulting. Google ignores it. Now let's say I put something like this. Let me just type tests. Stop. I'm just typing kindly. I'm just typing kindly. Kindly confirm. Kindly confirm. Now let me check which email I'm in. Okay. Now kindly confirm. Now let me use the one that I already opened. Okay, career pathway. Let me send to career pathway hot 403. Let me remove this. Let me say career dot. Remember the email doesn't have dot. Career dot pathway. Let's say I put another dot. Hub dot 403 at gmail.com. Now that's the email ID. So the subject is this, the body is this. I'm just using this as a test, and then I click on send. It's telling me here message sent. Message sent. Now once this message sent, if you want to see it, you come to send. You come to your sent, you see it here. Kindly confirm. Okay. Now let me open I think this is the one for career. I think so. Okay, this is Solution TV. Okay, this is the one for career paths. Let's refresh it. It's now is all to enter here. Maybe it's later I will still come to check it. I will still come to check it. If it's not sent here, right here on this one, if it's not sent, it will show me that it's not sent. It will show me that it's not sent. So it's sent. If it's not sent, it will show that it's not sent. Better. However, what I'm trying to show us here is that Google ignores full stop. Another thing that Google ignores is plus sign. Another thing Google ignores is plus sign. Google ignores full stop, Google ignores plus sign. What do I mean by the plus sign? Here I can type here Soluma Consulting, then I put the plus and put here email management. Let's say this I'm sending for email management. I need to try to know that this message is someone I sent it for an email management course. This, after this, I can now put at gmail.com. It will go. This Google ignores this. Anything that comes after plus, Google ignores it. It takes this Soluma Consulting at Gmail, it will send. So that's one of the tips for, or bonus tips for this section tonight. Okay, now in the course of maintaining zero inbox, like I talked about labeling, you need to have to create your label. Now to create label, you come to plus. You come to this plus sign, you click on it. It will ask you what's the name of the label. Let me say bank. Let me use bank as a label, and then this next label is if under this bank you want to, if you put this, you can add, you can please select parent stuff. You can now select the parent is not, there is nothing under it. What this is, what you want this to be under. For example, you have bank, you need to put under it access bank, and this you need to create the parent was. That's where you have to insert the next. You will select the parent label. So, but now we are not looking at that. You go to create. Now this is the bank. Now anything on bank information can be moved to this bank. However, after you do this, you see this three dot here, you click on it. Once you click on it, go to label color, select a particular color you want, or you add your own custom color. For now, we can, anything for bank, let me use red. That will show that is bank. So here I can come here and type Wema. I can type Wema and hit enter. Now once I do that, I can select everything here, anything on Wema, that's bank, and then come over to this place, or come over to move or come over to this place. Is it to label it? No, where? No, not archive, not on read, I think here. Then go to label. Okay, now under label, you come to label as, then you select bank. That's what I'm looking for. You select bank. Now once you select bank, you click apply. Now this is this is already inside. When you click on bank, you have it here. When you come to your inbox, you can now come over to this and remove them from your inbox. That is, you see this bank is already here. There's something okay, now on your own, when you select this, that reminds me, when you select this and you didn't see much information here, come over to this place and switch to advanced toolbar. Switch to advanced toolbar. So in the advanced toolbar, it brings more information, mark as read or mark, then it add to tasks, moves, move to, and all that. I think that's what I'm looking for. So if that's what I'm looking for, that's move to. These ones, if I select this, that's what I'm looking for, to move it. So those ones I have labeled, I can move them to bank. That's what I'm looking for, so as for it not to be in my inbox. So do anything on bank that I have labeled, I move them to the bank label, so it will be out of my inbox. So anytime I come and I'm looking for anything as regards to WEMA, the kind of and all that, I will go to bank to get it. So that is that. Then you can add another label depending on how you want to organize your inbox. Depending on how you want to organize your inbox, you can now add label. I have add banks. I can add label on order. Let's say you are working when you receive order and stuff like that, any email as regards to order, you can create that as well and say create this on order. You can come here and then give it, let's say, let me select this yellow. So whatever that has to do with order, you can send it here. Then inside this place, you already, if you read it and you don't want it and what have you, you can now go ahead, delete it out from this particular label. It's no longer in your inbox. It's now in the label. The key is to maintain zero inbox. The ones you need, you delete. The ones you don't need, the ones you don't need, you delete it. The ones you need, you make a partition where you move them to for future references. So that is how you can put in label. Time is not on our side. The next we are going to be looking at is how you can customize your theme. You can change, this is white and I'm working at night. I can decide to make it to look to be dark theme, to be dark instead of white. How to do that? To go to settings. Once I click on these settings, we look at themes. You see these themes here. You see view all. You click on view all. So here you see certain themes. If, for example, if I click on this, you will see how the inbox will look like. You see the picture is that the background of the inbox. However, I want that theme or any background whatsoever. Let's say I want a dark theme. I click on it, and then once I say save, you see it as dark. You see it in a dark format. That's on that. Then the next I'm going to go into is to scheduling email composing. I have talked about the structure of how you compose, then show us how you can schedule an email. I'm going to be fast on that, the template, and then signature. If I'm able to achieve this night, then I have done a very good and perfect job, and then I can attend to questions on the chat. All right. Let's go to inbox. To compose email, you go to compose. This is the subject. That this where the recipient, rather the person receiving it, that's the recipient. Then here is the subject we have talked about. Then the opening line, your first opening line, very important. Still inside this place, you put your body. Still inside this place, you put your call to action. Still inside this place, you put your one remarks, and then your signature, all inside this place. Then once you are done composing your email, instead of clicking the send button, you go to this drop down arrow. There is option to schedule. So once you click on it, you click on schedule email. So you see you need to specify at least one recipient. In other words, at least someone receiving the email, you need to specify at least one recipient. So let's say I use stuff. All right. Let's say I have this put subject and stuff like that. Come here to schedule. You see this comes out. So it's going showing you times. Now, please note this. These times are mostly the time people check emails. Some get to the office by 8. Please confirm if I'm now audible. Confirm if I'm now audible, please. I love our feedback. Whenever you can't hear me, please confirm network glitches and that. Please confirm if I'm now audible. Confirm if I'm now audible. Confirm if I'm now audible. I need to get that feedback from us. Please confirm if I'm now audible. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. When you can't be chatting, you won't be able to chat if you are not, if you haven't subscribed. That's is on the subscription mode. Okay, Peter, you are saying audible now, and Nemeka, you are saying can't hear you again, sir. I need you to confirm. I need another person to confirm. Very audible now, sir. Okay. Peter is still from you. Can someone else confirm so that I proceed. I have less than 20 minutes to wrap up this section this night. Can someone else confirm again? Okay, okay. Okay, Azubike, okay, you are now audible. Beautiful. Solomon confirm. All right, beautiful. Okay, now I was saying, in case you didn't hear what I said earlier, this is where you schedule, click on it, come to schedule option. I was saying that this time you are seeing 8 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, which is 13:00, and then this is a suggested time by Gmail. Gmail suggested this time. Why? Because these times are very strategic times. People check their inbox, check their emails. And when they get to work early in the morning or during the lunch time, these are two times to, or by 5 or 6 in the evening during the closing, or when they finish for the day, they check their email again. 8 a.m. to 9 is a time people check inbox. 1 o'clock in the afternoon is, and then 5 to 6 is another time window that mostly professionals, businesses check their emails and respond to the ones needed to respond. Then if it's not any of these, if you are not scheduling the message, your email for any of these, you go to select date and time. And I was saying that maybe you want to send a reminder for a training. You have people register for trainings coming up next week, and you want to send them a reminder. Please someone confirm if I'm up again. Confirm if, can someone confirm if I'm audible now? Please confirm if I'm audible now. Confirm if I'm audible now. Confirm if I'm audible, please, so that we can wrap up this. I don't intend to stay beyond 10. No. Please, can someone confirm if we are up now? Someone confirm if we are up. We have shown us how to filter messages by search using the search bar. Search your messages, you can archive, you can delete, and then how to create your label, how to sign into Gmail, how to change your theme. I'm talking about how to schedule now. Beautiful, very audible now. Thank you, Peter. How to schedule. I am talking about how to schedule. Now, how to add your signature. Your signature, that anytime you are sending a mail, it comes with that signature. How to create your signature. Now you look at this. This is formatting option where you can add some colors. You can change your font. Here you change the font size. Here you do the bold, the italicize, underline, the text color, align. This basic Microsoft Word. Here is where you attach files. If you have a file to attach, you click here and then you go and select that file. Let's say I want to attach this picture, for example, or this, or any file. You can attach any file, or you go to your document. If you want to attach any file whatsoever, anything you can attach. Let's say, remember, the thing you are attaching should not be heavy. Let's say I want to attach this and say open. Now it says these large files must be shared with Google Drive. That's what I'm trying to talk about. It shouldn't be higher than 25 MB. So you cancel it. Files, maybe scanned documents of 1 MB, kilobytes, you can attach. Then you can insert a link via this. You can insert link, you can insert emojis, you can insert it via Drive. That's where people send you their Google Drive link for you to get that, download whatever you want from that place, or the information they want you to get. Here you can insert your picture, then you can toggle confidential mode. This is the signature. If you have created any signature, it will be here. For this email, no signature has been created. You can see no signature. Now, to create signature, there are two ways you can do that. Either you go through manage signatures or you go through settings. Either way, if you click on settings, for example, and you go to all settings, it will take you inside. Now let me do that. Go to, you click on all settings, it takes you to this place. Now let me go back. If I come here and click on this signature and go to manage signatures, it still take me to this place. So either way you are going to be sent think we are on now. I don't know why the glitch is coming out like this. However, we will overcome. We're almost done. We're almost done. So what I'm saying is, you can come to this settings, when you click on settings, you go to all settings, it will take you to this place. Now when it brings you to this place, there are certain things I explain up here. Based on the undo, you come here, I encourage you to set it to 30 seconds. Under this 30 seconds here, so as to quickly stop a message, an email you send, and you remember there is a mistake, you can quickly click the undo button. That message will stop sending. Then here is that in your inbox it shows 50 messages per page. You can make it 25, you can make it 100. That's your choice. That's your choice. Okay. Now, having explained that, we can move down. Our focus for now is on the aspect of signature. So here you see the signature append at the end of all outgoing messages. That's the aspect of signature. So you click on create. Now it will ask you the name of the signature. Now what's the name of the signature? Let's say I put here Franklin, for example, and then I say create. Now here it brings up this stuff. Okay, now once you look at it here, you remember the format of the signature I talked about. You can now say, I can put here Walter Franklin C. Then below here I can now say tech and management consultant. Then I can put here my phone number. I can now put here phone number, any number here. Then if there is website stuff, then I can now come here. Let's say I put here Solar Institute of Tech and what have you. Now let's say, okay, let me complete it. Tech and management. All right, now this is what I want to be the signature. You look at it here. This is Franklin. This is one of Franklin C, Tech and Management Consultant. Phone number, Soluma Institute. If you have any scanned signature, those scanned signature that maybe you write your signature, that written one, and you scanned it, you can bring it in here. That way you can bring it in here. So once that is done, you can scroll down. You can scroll down. This is auto response. We might not have time to talk about this on auto response when you are out. Maybe you are going on a vacation and you want that enters your inbox to the person get a response that we are out of so please do kindly check back, stuff like that. This is the aspect of the auto response. Now that we are not dealing with that, time will not permit me. This is already 10. So I will click on save changes. And that is done. I think so. That should be complete. I don't know why it reload. We are having trouble loading. Network might be the challenge now. Okay, I think that has been done. So if okay, now under the compose here, if I come to signature now, you see the signature that I created. Now if I click on it, automatically that is inserted in that is inside. You can create as many signatures as possible. Your client signature, you can, if you are managing more than one account, you can create their signatures independently. Now these are labels and what have you. Now this is after 10. Okay. Now template to create response template. If you come to this place, you look at it, there is nothing like template here. Why? Because if you look at your own and you click this three dots, you don't see any template option here. What you need to do is you go over to your settings, you click on the settings, go to see all settings. I pray my network is fast. Now under this all settings, come back, come down to this place, this advanced, click on it. You will see templates. There are other options which we are not interested at it now. You go to enable. On this enable, you will now click on save. Click on save changes. It's telling me which site changes made may not be saved. Okay, let me cancel it and see if the changes was made. I don't know. Okay, the changes wasn't made, so but that's how you can enable it. Let me see if that is enabled. Save changes is there. Okay. All right, let me put an email here. So once I do that, I will come to this option issued. There will be something like template if, let me see if I refresh this, if it will show. Reload. Let's see if that will show. There is telling me we are having trouble loading your sites. Alright, let me see if that will show is alright. As you can see now, that's the template. Now we don't have any template. So if you have a message here, for example, time will not permit me, I don't want to make this too long. Now any message you have here, any message you already typed here to forward to a client or to a recipient, let's say this one, for example. I don't want to see this time now. And then let's say I invoice, for example, and then let's say what is here is confirmed. Let's say this is what I want to put as a template. Then I will come here, go to label. Now under this label, I will save draft as templates. So once I click on it, now you see this is asked me save as new template. I click on it. What is the name of the template? I can invoice, let's say invoice order, for example, and then I click on save. That is a template. Now if here, come to this is not already there. So next aspect now, for example, let me close this, and let me close this. Let's say I want to respond to this. Let's say I want to reply to this email and come back here, come to reply here. Instead of writing all the stuff again, I come to this place, come to my template, and then you see that invoice order template. So this, you might have typed certain response to customers and what have you. When you click on it, you see that message shows here. So once is that, you can send it to the person. So you don't need to be doing that over and over again. You don't need to be retyping it over and over again. Maybe when order comes, you confirm the order, and then the question that is asked, order confirmed, so number of orders we receive or stuff, whatever you know that is repetitive. The message you are to be replying repetitively, you just put it in templates, and then you can create as many templates as possible. You put it there, so as when that comes, you take it up, you take that particular template and then send instead of typing it. And here is where I will wrap up this message. I wanted to have a time for us to ask question and answer section, but we already gone past 10. This is 10 minutes after 10. I don't intend to stay more than this. However, let me give 5 minutes. Any question? 5 minutes, any question. And also, if you don't have any question, I need also your feedback. How is this section this night? We might have a part 2 for email organization and scheduling tools. We might have a part 2 to cover what I prepared for this email management course. However, let me know if you have any question, drop it, and also let me know, give me your feedback. How valuable is this section this night? Have you learned something new? Have you learned something very helpful? Let me know. I need your feedback. I'm in the comment section now. I'm in the comment section. Let me know how valuable, how impactful, how insightful, how educative the section this night is. Also ask your question as well. All right, Peter is saying very valuable. Thank you, much appreciated. Let me get to hear that feedback from us. What did you learn? What is that new stuff you learned today? You didn't really know about this, about Gmail that you have been using for years, but tonight you got to learn that this night. I need to also get it from us. It's a very good and useful knowledge. Thank you, Joshua. Let's also learn, what is that you have learned, something new you have learned tonight. Like I said, we might have a part 2. I will be ending this section immediately. Is 10:15. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Your question, your feedback is needed. Quite important, very valuable section. Thank you very much. Quite helpful for me. I get that. Uchetukwu, I get that. Joshua, I get that. Thank you. Let me know what is that, or your question as well. Is I'm here to handle it. Time is not on my side. There are a lot of stuff we need to get. We might have a part 2, and we might have a part 2. There is a training coming up for virtual assistants. Those that want to become a virtual assistant, we have a training coming up soon, which I will relate to us later. Learned about signature, which I didn't know about before. Beautiful. That's a good one. Signature, beautiful. That's the email templates, how you can put up a template. There are certain things I would have, but time. Your feedback is much appreciated. Thank you, Peter. I need more feedback from us. That way is a motivating factor. If you're a teacher, if you are an instructor, if you're a speaker, you know that feedback is very, very much important, especially to teachers, speakers, those that inspire persons. We need to get that feedback. With that, it motivates us to do more. So let's see that in the comments. What new stuff did you learn today? Alright, Martin said, can this be done on Gmail app of Android, or must it be on website? You can do it on your phone, Android phone. You can do it in the Android phone. You can do it on the Android phone. You just log in on the desktop mode. Is the same. Just log in the desktop mode, not the mobile app mode. You go to your phone. When you open, you just log in on the desktop mode. You see some of these features. But in the Gmail app, use the desktop mode. You will see mostly what we are having here. Alright. As we can say, customizing theme. There are certain things that we need to learn. Simple things are no longer simple. I said that in the group. Alright. Beautiful. Those of the feedbacks, beautiful. Those of us that have stayed up to this moment, Drop your name. I learned about signatures and labels, beautiful buttons. I love that. Those of us staying up to this moment, drop your name in the comments, your location. With that, I will use that to confirm it in the group, and then what I have for us will be, you will receive that latest Monday, because it's already night. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is mostly, I will use it to rest. That's mostly on Monday, thereabout, you will receive the materials. So your name and your location. Those of us that have stayed up to this moment, your name and your location, I will use that to give you the email management use my materials sheets I prepared for this section. I might as well share the slide for you if that is okay. All right, Joshua, much appreciated. That shows you have knowledge earlier. Deleting and archiving emails, also labeling. These are stuff beautiful. I'm here to learn anything new, but believe that before you finish, I can add new knowledge. Sure. In the next section, if my schedule is something I'm going to be looking at, I might put a part 2 before we wrap up email organization, email scheduling tools. Somehow I might get to automation. We see certain things. All right. Okay, let's keep it coming. I'll see you guys in the group. It's already gone 2 minutes gone past what we have. Thank you, and do enjoy the rest of your night. Let's keep our name coming. I will check it and then use that to give us what I have for us in the group. Those of us in the email management group. Thank you. Once again, I'm Franklin, Tech and Management Consultant, Solomon Institute of Tech and Management. See you all. Do enjoy the rest of your night.